Heated Rivalry Psychosis.
Yes.
I have it.
You do have it.
And I know I mentioned Heated Rivalry before, but that was when I mentioned that to you, I'd only seen it once.
Yeah, and I hadn't seen it yet, and I did see it after.
Yeah. What something I've been thinking about a lot is what is wrong with you that you didn't love Heated Rivalry?
I watched it once. I liked the ending. What do you want me to say?
But no,
I got
but
little tingles when you're all riding each other. Is that?
No, but what about the love?
That was lovely.
But you didn't want to watch it again and again.
But I know how it ends.
No,
And
but
they love each other.
No, but like my so I thought I was the only person experiencing this.
No, you're not.
There's others.
Yeah.
Lisa Traeger.
Yeah.
Who's an incredible American comic that Alison got me into.
The best special I've ever seen on Netflix, The Degenerates, half an hour. It's amazing.
She's heavily into Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
To the extent that she's like, if anyone slags it off, I
I'm
won't.
not slagging it off.
No. She didn't say if Alison slags it off. She said, I won't even engage with people who are against Heated Rivalry.
Well, I'm not. I am against. I find people who don't like Heated Rivalry to be quite prudish or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, it's hard. I think if I wasn't friends with you and I watch Heated Rivalry, I'd become, I love Heated Rivalry. But I know how much your love goes so deep that I cannot say I love it. I have to be like, I liked it.
So Lisa and me have been sending each other anything that's related to Heated Rivalry
Beautiful.
that we might not have seen.
Yeah.
Including the RTE video.
That was very
So
good.
there's a video on Irish radio going around. And, for context, I feel like a lot of Irish radio clips I see would be like people like when Normal People came out, people were phoning in going, is this normal people?
The amount of sweat, is that normal? Is that...
They were very upset at it.
They were. That was beautiful.
But an old Irish man who played GAA wrote into the radio.
It's like a non-professional football. This is just like non-Irish people.
Yeah, he wrote in and he had an affair when he was 22 with another GAA player.
Yeah.
And he thinks about him every day since.
And the affair was really cool. Like, I don't think they were going out with anyone, were they? The affair was that they were both like bisexual or gay.
Yeah.
And they were keeping it on the DL.
But he's never got over it. The affair ended and he never got over it.
Yeah.
And the comments underneath were people saying, What about his wife? He could have given this love to his wife. And I was like, Jesus Christ, every time you think Ireland is like incredibly progressive, you see stuff like this.
Yeah. It's like he couldn't give. He's a very successful businessman. I love that detail as well
because he's channeled the horniness into work. I think
commerce.
Yeah. So sad. Okay, so the Heated Rivalry thing. All joking aside.
Yep.
Every time I finish watching it, I feel such a deep sense of loss that I think I either have to watch videos of the stars, like I'll just watch any interviews of them. There's videos of Connor Story, one of the leads, when he was a little boy.
Yeah.
People love that. There's videos of him being like, I'm going to be an actor, and saying like that he doesn't have any friends, and everyone's like, we'll be your friends.
Oh my gosh.
And then I start watching the show again.
I fear for these boys. I fear for them. I think
it's terrible.
They're being put up on a pedestal, and they will be sacrificed at the cancel chamber or whatever. They're really nice. I'm not saying
overnight fame.
The love that they have makes me feel uneasy for them.
Overnight fame is a curse.
Yeah,
because you could. The best kind of fame is to be almost gradually inoculated. Just do it step by step,
like Rylan.
Because exactly.
Until...
do it incrementally, because then there's always points where you can say, do you know what, this is too much for me. But overnight, those lads both just wanted to be actors. They were doing loads of shite independent films at college.
Yes.
No, they were like they would do anything.
Yeah.
And then they thought this was a small show. And now there's like people found out who Hudson Williams' girlfriend was within days. Connor Story has been speculated to be dating one of the other stars in it, and they're just getting followed everywhere.
That must be freaky.
Oh, it's terrible. But I was going to say, I went to the sauna the other night. I went to a fancy sauna.
Yeah, it's nearly too fancy for my blood. You told me the price of it. I love a sauna.
Putting the price aside, I think you would like it because it had so many ice baths, and she's obsessed with the ice bath.
A little,
I think it's a trauma thing.
It's a trauma thing, genuinely.
You got to stop putting your head under it.
Why?
Because even though they tell you to shower after the sauna, loads of people don't. So you're just like drinking people's sweat. But the number of sweaty balls that have been in those plunge pools.
I got to tell you about my spa thing after you tell me about the...
Oh, right. So I went to the sauna with comedian Phil Wang. We had a nice time.
Yeah.
And as we're leaving, he said...
Has he been through trauma? How was he in the ice bath? Did it all come out with him?
No.
No, didn't think so.
He's the same as me. He can't be in it for that long.
Nice.
Anyway, as we were leaving... Phil said, I'm doing Catherine Bohart's Heated Rivalry podcast. I said, me too. He said, I've not seen the programme. So I started explaining the programme to him.
Yeah.
Now, at this point, I've been off Heated Rivalry for a fortnight successfully.
Yeah.
I started reading books again.
Yeah.
Because it came to a head in my marriage where we had a fallout. My partner and I had a fallout about Heated Rivalry because... instead of following sleep hygiene and reading a book, I put Heated Rivalry on and I tried to force him to watch it. Perhaps the way an abusive husband forces their wife to watch porn or something. And he said, I like that you're into this. I am unfortunately not into this. And it's Heated Rivalry or me. And I said...
Wow.
I didn't say anything, but I sort of gestured to the laptop, like I chose the programme, and he went and slept in the spare room. He went and slept in the spare room. And then I felt happy because it meant I could watch Heated Rivalry.
Oh my God, Fern.
Till 2 in the morning. Right?
Yeah. The Heated Rivalry is never gonna hold you when you're crying or go to your father's funeral with you. Do you think Connor's story is gonna turn up?
I think me and Connor's story might be friends.
Yeah.
So after that bottoming out episode, I still had Heated Rivalry in my life in small ways. Like I listened to the audiobooks on runs, which has a lot of it's just pornography. I bought kettlebells so that I could do the same workout as them.
Yeah.
And I ran until I got a back injury. And I would play the Heated Rivalry soundtrack and imagine that I'm a hockey player.
Yeah.
But I didn't rewatch the show. Then I went to the sauna with Phil the other night and I felt that I'd moved on. And as we were leaving, Phil said, what is Heated Rivalry? I started explaining the plot to him and he was like, so why do people like that? And I said, do you not care about yearning? And do you not care about love? And he was like, no, man, I find watching other people's love really boring. And I was like, okay. And I said, just watch the first episode because the guy speaks Russian really well. I don't know why I thought that would convert him. I said he learned Russian and he's from Texas and he's no Russian relatives at all. And Phil was like, okay, but if I get a boner over this, I'm going to be really annoyed.
Well, you can ask for a refund.
And then I started up my car and I watched Phil go in his house and then I just put the Heated Rivalry soundtrack on in the car. I was driving back. All the things she said. And I got in and I told my partner, I said, I'm getting close to watching the show again. And he said, well, listen, you need to use therapy techniques here. He said, what feelings were you having before you put the soundtrack on?
What feelings were you having?
Well, it's my 40th birthday soon, and I've been wanting to have a party.
Yeah.
But I started thinking, I don't have enough friends to have that.
She does.
And then I was like, no one's going to come to the party, and then I'll have to unalive myself for the algorithm. And I just spiraled, and because that was the worst feeling I could have, I had to put the soundtrack on and retreat into the comfortable world of closeted ice hockey players. So I've realised that I use Heated Rivalry to avoid very painful feelings.